Hello, this video is for anyone who is interested in teaching with VIPTeacher or for anyone who is just starting with VIPTeacher. I want to talk to you about the things that you need to get started here at VIPTeacher. First thing you need is a stable internet connection and a quiet place to work. Okay, so once you have that all set up, you want to make sure you have an appropriate background. Okay, I bought a background on Amazon or Temu, I can't remember which, super cheap. You can buy backdrops online for like $5 if you want. You could just have like a plain curtain behind you, plain door, a bookshelf. Just make sure it's something appropriate for anyone of any age to see and it doesn't look too distracting or too cluttered. So backdrop I have today is just a simple bookshelf, and actually when I'm teaching classes, the way my camera is positioned, it like cuts it off right there, so you only see the bookshelf in view of my classes. I have a couple of other backdrops I use too. One is like a chalkboard, one has numbers and letters. I've been teaching more teenage students lately, so I find that this backdrop is just a little bit more versatile for different ages. So basically you just want to have a background that looks appropriate, not too distracting, not too cluttered. You also need to teach on a desktop or a laptop. So you see here's my desktop. I teach on a desktop. I keep my laptop handy, number one, because if I have a student no-show, I'm going to have either 25 minutes or 50 minutes free where I'm just sitting here. And sometimes I like to work on my feedback for other classes, prep for other classes, or, just play online. So I always have my laptop handy. Also, if I'm having any technical difficulties with my desktop, which can happen, I have my laptop as backup. I have my laptop as a backup in case I need it. Along the way, I found that having an adjustable laptop stand works for me, so that's something I purchased along the way. Lighting is very important, so I have a ring light hanging from my window. That's the only way I could get it to work for my situation, but it works. So I do recommend having a ring light behind your computer screen. Camera. Make sure it's a good quality. You don't have to go crazy spending a lot of money on a camera. Just make sure it's a good quality, because the student on the other end, that's what they're seeing. They want to make sure they're seeing their teacher crisp and clear and welcoming. I have tried many different camera mounts because I am super, super picky at how I appear on camera. I want my camera straight on. I don't want it angled where it's kind of looking down on me or a little bit up on me. This is a magnetic mount. I will provide a link for it. Okay. I have found this to be the best mount ever. Also, when you're teaching, you need to read what's on your computer screen. So I did also end up buying this kind of adjustable monitor mount. It mounts right to my desk here. It's right back there. That way I can move the screen closer or further away from me if need be. This is not something you need. As you go along and you teach more and more classes, you're going to find out what works best for you. Okay. I can provide a link for that also. I have provided these links in some of my other videos. Okay, so if you're using a desktop, you need a keyboard, you need a mouse. I chose a wired keyboard and a wired mouse. My thought is the less that can go wrong, the better you are. Having wired accessories is kind of the way to go. Now, most teachers teach with a headset, with a mic boom. Some teachers do not. I do recommend this because number one, it's going to cut down on any background noise you may have in your house. It's going to make it a lot clearer on your student's end. So I do recommend a headset. It took me probably a year to splurge on this wireless Xbox gaming headset. It's super comfortable. I like how it fits over my ears, because if you're teaching for hours, like sometimes I'm teaching for 4 hours straight and I find these to be so comfortable. I did go wireless on the headset because I tend to teach with my hands and move, and I would get tangled in the wire. When I first started, I just had a simple headset like this, wired headset. It probably cost $20 because number one, I didn't know if I was going to be sticking with this job. I didn't know how I was going to like it, and I just wanted to get the feel for things. After I realized I loved it and I was going to stick with this, I wanted to get a headset that was more comfortable and didn't have the wire. Okay, just stuff to think about for yourself. When you get started, you don't need to go crazy spending a lot of money on anything. Get the feel for things, make sure you like this, and then as you're figuring things out, you might want to splurge a little bit more or find things that work for you. Like, for example, me getting the laptop stand in the adjustable mount for my computer screen, also splurging for a super comfortable headset. This has helped so much. The smaller headset after 4 hours of teaching was giving me a headache, an earache, and this is awesome. I think it took me about 3 years before I bought a chair, splurged on a chair that was really, really comfortable. I can provide a link for this chair also. It looks really simple from the way I'm sitting, but it's pretty sweet. It has adjustable arms, adjustable headset, the mesh backing, adjustable seat, super comfortable seat. I added that kind of pillow there for more of neck support for me, just because my neck starts to hurt after a while. It's all stuff that you'll figure out as you go along. The other thing, you'll hear some teachers that teach with props, like toys or things that kind of, they say, enhance the lesson. I'm a minimalist in that aspect. I don't use props. I find everything I need for my lesson is provided in the lesson, and we're both looking at it on the screen, me and the student. Sometimes, like if it's a super, super low level student and they're having an issue with colors or something, like I'll just really grab something close to me and say, pink marker, something, I don't have a box of props or anything that some other teachers have. Do what works best for you. Just know you want to keep things less overwhelming for your students. This is English as a second language, and you don't want to be too distracting. You want them to be focusing on the lesson in front of them at the computer. So props, not for me. Some other teachers love them. You may love them. You'll figure that out along the way. But really, when you get started, don't go crazy spending money. Make sure you have the good internet connection, stable internet connection, a quiet place, a computer, a camera, cheap headset. I used to sit on a stool when I first started, and you'll figure it out along the way as you get more lessons under your belt, more money in your pocket, then you could start adding the extras. Happy teaching!